as they unfold. Plus, the story of a local business owner like you. He is tired of the gunfire on New Year's Eve, and he's doing something about it. Find out what he is refusing to sell. That story and so much more coming up, all new at 6 right here on 7 Action News.
I made a change to love my body. I lost 47 pounds and I learned how to keep it off for good.
Join Herbal Magic and start losing weight now, just in time for Little Black Dress season. You'll get unlimited private one-on-one
I find.
The beer store is 49% owned by Labatt, a Belgian company. The other 49% is owned by Molson Coors Canada, but don't let the name fool you. Molson's an American company. The final 2% is owned by Sleeman, headquartered out of Japan. So whether you like it or not, the beer store has a stronghold on the market in Ontario, and for now they're here to stay. But where the change is coming from is a movement of sorts, calling for local, homegrown, quality products. And that's where this giant falls short. And nestled in the heart of Little Italy, the Monarch Tavern is standing up for the little guys by only selling locally brewed craft beer on tap.
In order to have the kind of distribution that's available through the beer store, say, they need to pay exorbitantly high fees just to get their products in there.
Those fees keep us from getting what our local brewers have to offer.
There's an amazing selection of beer that is available, but you have to look very hard to find it, and it's not as available as really it should be.
And unless changes are made, you'll have to rely on places like the Monarch Tavern to find them. Candace Daniel, Global News.
Did you happen to get a new laptop or perhaps an iPad for Christmas? No doubt you've been online, maybe watching some funny videos and sharing with friends. But in case you've been too busy over the holiday season, Peter Anthony Holder has done some of the research for you.
When the holiday season rolls around, you may find folks who get musically giddy with the spirit of Christmas. And be honest, how often is Jingle Bells played with the aid of someone's beard? Still needs a bit of tuning, though. It's not like he's playing the national anthem with ammunition, as is the case with this Armory Harmony. One of the things I've never understood, at least from a dog's point of view, is the idea of playing fetch. I mean, if you're going to keep throwing it, why do I have to keep chasing it to bring it back to you? Clearly this dog doesn't grasp the concept either.
How can we play fetch if you don't drop it? Drop it!
But she does understand that the dynamics of the game changes if you never give the tossed item back.
Give me the thing, mate. Give me the thing.
There's really no reason for Peppa Lass, the Nigerian dwarf goat, to be in a Santa hat and scarf, but here she is. A dwarf goat standing on top of a stump. There's some kind of irony there. And speaking of standing on things, this dog is named Miles. For some reason, Miles likes to climb up on fire hydrants. So there are a host of pictures of him in a video. In 2014, Miles has balanced on 250 hydrants in 45 cities in 17 states.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
When you meet a dog that loves fire hydrants, it's not usually for this reason. They normally lift one leg, not all four. 20,000 people have checked this out in the last 48 hours. It must be tough for Miles to balance up there, but clearly, he's got the hang of it. But could you imagine walking on ice that you can completely see through? This is a frozen mountain lake in high Tatras Mountains in Slovakia. Now that is some crystal clear ice. In less than 2 weeks, over 6 million people have marveled at this breathtaking view. That's one of the wonders of the world. And stuff like this just makes you wonder. That's what I learned on the web this week. Peter Anthony Holder, Global News, Montreal.
Stay with us. Coming up next, people are rallying around a 6-year-old girl and her family following a vicious attack near Edmonton. We'll have that story.
Let's give ourselves an upgrade. Not that kind. This kind. So let's go here. For more of these, let's discover some cool stuff.
A little bit harsh here on this fellow who clearly was just having fun with his new toy.
Well, I don't even know what constitutes a drone. If you get a little helicopter remote toy, is that now a drone that I can't fly in my backyard because I need to file a flight plan?
I guess if you attach your video camera, it's a problem.
How far do these things go? I mean, in terms of how the flight plan, how do you even know how to file one if you just picked one up as a toy?
Hello, Transport Canada.
The whole thing is ridiculous. Now, is it Transport Canada's fault, or is it the government's fault?
Or the neighbor that told on him? Come on.
But I mean, when you listen to the fact that I believe it is eBay and others or Amazon are thinking of getting drones to deliver parcels. I mean, that's coming in the future, not just recreational drone use, but commercial drone use. We've got to catch up. Yeah. We were talking a little bit earlier about the fact that our Freedom of Information Act is 30 years old. How is it that Transport Canada and the government didn't see that drones were going to be a big ticket item this year? It's been on all the lists. So the whole thing is ridiculous. And this poor man shouldn't have had to pay the $1,000, even though apparently it was due before he even got the notice.
Yeah. Keith, two things here. One, never get on the bad side of a neighbor. You just never know what they're going to do. But two, I have problems flying commercially. I'm not a comfortable flyer anyway. And I'm not sure, even if these drones can only go a few hundred feet, I don't know how low a plane's coming. I don't want to have anything that's going to distract the pilot of the plane that me and my family are flying in. So, you know, I guess Transport Canada has to respond in some way. What are they going to say? Don't let it happen again?
I don't know that we need pilots' licenses to use these drones.
Yeah.
And as a reporter, I want a drone. Next time there's going to be a ride around downtown Toronto, I want a drone to be able to fly, to get the better video for me, so let me see what's really happening in there. And I'm sure I'm not the only reporter in this city that's thinking that way. So there's a lot of us want to get there in a hurry. I need to learn first to fly the helicopter I did get for Christmas, and I can't yet. But once I get that down, I do want to fly a drone. And apparently, according to this, I could get fined if I don't file a flight plan and get Transport Canada to train me as a pilot. There's got to be a happy medium in here somewhere where people can use these drones for our work or for entertainment, but not near the airport, not where they could in any way interfere with a flight path. I agree with you, Mark. I'm not the same. I'm a nervous flyer to some degree as well. I don't want anything bugging the pilots up there, but I think we could keep them away from airports.
What if you put a GoPro camera on a kite? Is that now a drone?
Yeah, I don't know if kites are drones. That's a good one.
With a camera,
we
who
have
knows?
Many questions, surveillance cameras. All right, we're going to move on. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration wants to lift the ban on blood donations from gay and bisexual donors. They're in favor of a less restrictive policy, which would allow gay men to donate blood had they not engaged in sex with another man for at least 1 year. Currently, any men who had sex with other men since 1977 can't donate at all. Health Canada will not accept blood from men if they were sexually involved with a man in the last 5 years. Laura, about time Health Canada relaxed their rules?
Yeah, I think so. And this is a step in the right direction. I mean, just because of someone's orientation, it doesn't mean that they're engaged in unsafe sexual activity. The facts are that there's still a higher incidence of AIDS being transmitted or HIV by
hours and evening hours that we would have the potential for some light flurry activity, and then should dry out into Wednesday, but some sunshine in there as well. So it's not like we're going to have one of those, you know, those winter weeks where it's all gray. This is going to be more of those colder weeks where at least we have some sunshine in there. Wednesday, I do want you to know the winds will be picking up a little bit, and because of that, and it already being the coldest day temperature-wise, it's going to feel a little bit nasty, and it just so happens New Year's Eve falls on Wednesday into that colder air, so it's something you'll need to be thinking about if you're going to be out late at night, which many of you may be. Towards the weekend we go. We have a system that may come through with some light snow showers mixing with some rain because of the milder temperatures on the weekend. Doesn't look like a big deal yet, but obviously something we'll be watching and tweaking, as we say, as it gets closer.
All right, cold start to the new year. Thanks a lot, Colette.
You're welcome.
Coming up, it was a terrifying Christmas Day scene, all caught on camera. A boy jumps to safety from a burning building.
And the death toll climbs in this weekend's ferry disaster. A fire burned for hours, trapping hundreds of passengers on board the boat in the waters between Greece and Italy. Coming up next, hear how some of them are describing the ordeal.
I am Aminata Giallo. I knew from a young age I would see and I would remember.
The Book of Negroes, Wednesday, January 7th on CBC.
It's the most complicated machine on Earth, and there's no manual. Still, at Baycrest, we're striving to understand it. How we can help it heal after a stroke.
insurance from Manulife Financial. Your acceptance is guaranteed, and there's no medical exam and no health questions when you apply. Rates are as low as $5 a week in some cases, and rates will never increase. Plus, as long as premiums are paid, it can't be canceled without your permission.
I'm just happy
that I was able to help.
Get up to $25,000 in affordable life insurance. Call 1-866-923-4071 for your free no-obligation brochure. Cover Me Guaranteed Issue Life Insurance from Manulife Financial.
This doctor's wife was suffering from pain.
Long. Now, we know north of the GTA there is some snow. I've been getting some tweets this hour from viewers in Wasaga Beach of some snow in their backyards. Thank you very much for that. But here in the city and at Earl Bales, nada. Now, look behind me. The hill, it's basically more of a grassy knoll. The chairlifts, yeah, they're not running. Now, I did hit up a couple city skating rinks today and chatted with some people, some who are loving the mild skate, others who just want a little bit of snow. What do you think of this weather right now?
It's very, very cold.
It's very cold?
But we want it to snow.
You want it to snow?
Yeah.
It'd be a bit funner skating if it was some snow on the ground?
Yeah, it makes it more magical.
You look around, does it feel like winter?
No, it doesn't actually. I mean, it's really not that cold. This jacket's pretty thin. Yeah, I can't complain though. I hope there is no winter actually. Yeah.
You're all right with it?
Yeah.
Now, believe it or not, it is still too warm and the ground is too soft here at Earl Bales to begin snowmaking now. Tom Avery, I know you guys have been waiting for it. Coming up at City News at 6, I do a little winter experiment and see if it's possible to take a magic carpet and do a little toboggan ride down a grassy hill. A spoiler alert, I do in fact make a fool of myself. Live at Earl Bales, I'm Adrian Gabriel. Avery, let's go back to you.
Adrian, thanks so much. It's a shame you spent all day looking for flakes. I found one right here.
Nice. Hey,
I know, I stole that from you.
I think you're responsible for all the snow being melted because you're so hot. How's that?
So I say mean, he says nice.
She insults me and I give her a compliment.
All right, so you've been going online to check out what people are saying about whether they like the green or the white.
Right. Well, you know what I've seen most people say? They want a white Christmas. It gives it that heavenly, magical glow, and after that, the snow can go to hell. They want it to go away. So Joanne, she says, now that Christmas is over, winter can keep its snow. I'm ready for warmer temps. And also, for a lot of communities, cold, hard snow equals cold, hard cash. And that's what Nancy says. She says, white. I live in Halliburton, and we need snow to boost our economy. She says, I also work at a school, and recess is better with it. You remember recesses when you were a kid with the snow pants and making forts and all that?
It takes a long time to get ready, that's for sure.
And then Lynn says white. Nothing better than looking out the window and seeing big fluffy flakes coming down like a kid in a candy store.
I think I agree with this. I mean,
I think magic of it.
It's magic at Christmas, but then really already I'm done with it. Just listening to Natasha talk about the fact there's going to be all this snow.
It drags on a bit too long.
It does drag on.
But I like hardcore weather.
I know you do.
Hardcore guy.
I know you are. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as well as Christmas presents, right? So everyone's sort of talking about what you get, what you didn't.
Yep.
When we come back, we're going to tell you about some of the best and the worst gifts that we got at Christmas. And I do want to just bring out this little bit. It's called the salt gun. We'll explain whether this is the best
Put some on my fries.
or the worst. Coming up right after the break. Stay with us. See you.
And we are laughing. Bigger.
Watch hilarious episodes of the Emmy Award-winning Smash, Modern Family. Returns Wednesday, January 7th on City.
1,000 students. Now, the program provides children with 3 easy-to-remember takeaway messages that we can all use. Eat healthy, get active, and avoid cigarette smoke. And to learn more tonight.
Now, enjoy your real permanent results within the exclusive 60-day risk-free trial. Order your Silk & Flash & Go Luxe now.
Found every last holiday deal in town? Just wait until you experience the year-end event at Bill Fox Chevrolet.
S'il va mieux.
Voilà.
Il a changé ou... Non, ça n'a pas changé. Pour moi, c'est toujours le même. Ils s'en vendent pas, il essaye pas d'en tirer quoi que ce soit. Donc,
Le jeune grutier réalise la portée de son geste il y a 1 mois.
Au nom du ministre de l'Intérieur, nous décernons la médaille de bronze pour acte de courage et de dévouement.
Quand le préfet de Lozère le récompense pour son acte de bravoure, comme les autres sauveteurs présents ce jour-là. Depuis, il n'en tire aucune gloire auprès de ses amis qui ont assisté à la scène. Est-ce que ça vous a étonné?
Non, non, c'est quelque chose qui est, je pense, normal de par sa nature et de par. Si maintenant il n'y était pas allé, j'y serais monté aussi. J'y serais monté. Après, je pense avec bien plus de peur, beaucoup plus de peur.
Alors pourquoi on y va?
Parce qu'une vie est précieuse. Cette fille, elle a une famille, elle a des amis. Et puis lorsque je l'ai vue, moi j'ai pensé à ma petite sœur.
Jean
entrepreneurial creative spirit that people have inside that they're not always aware that they have inside.
Well, this sounds like a fun kind of creative side.
To.
And then there was another challenge that you had, and I'm going to hold up this little book. This is a ribbit coupon book, and it is connected to your $5 challenge. Tell me what this book represents.
This booklet represents on the $5 challenge for global entrepreneurs.
Bit about it.
Coming up, we'll give you an update on the Air Asia situation where they continue to search for wreckage and survivors in the Java Sea. I'm going to dig into why this happened, scientifically speaking, how the weather may have played a role in terms of wind shear and the thunderstorms that were in the area. That's all coming up. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. If you'd like to tune into that, it's at 24 minutes past the hour, 54 minutes past the hour on the clock if you are in Newfoundland and Labrador. All right, so we're going to go back to the cold temperature invading the country. Mike Arsenal has a story on that right now.
Well, Chris, it's been a cold start to the last week of 2014, and these cold temperatures and relatively warmer waters on the big bodies of water creating some lake effect snow across parts of southern and central Ontario. I'm here in the city of Newmarket. We saw a bit of a heavy burst of lake effect snow earlier in the morning, evidenced by it's kind of still appearing on the grass and the pavement here because temperatures are so cold. It's not melting. It's not going anywhere just yet. And Chris, I know you fancy yourself as a comedian. Well, did you know that both John Candy and Jim Carrey were born here in the city of Newmarket? Must be something in the water.
Two comedic geniuses. Hey, you know, a lot of that water is going to be frozen, and they need freezing cold conditions for a winter classic to go off in Nationals Park, Washington, D.C. It is the Blackhawks versus the Capitals, but it's looking like a beautiful 5 degrees and sun by the time they drop the puck.
Visit our new and improved video gallery showing you the latest weather news, viewer videos, and more. Only on theweathernetwork.com.
Before you make that long-distance phone call, do you know about 1010-710 from Castel? You can save money by simply dialing 1010-710, followed by 1, the area code, and then the number. You'll be charged only 99 cents per call, up to 110 minutes anywhere in Canada or the U.S. You can talk anytime, no contract, no network fees, and with excellent quality. 1010-710 from Castel, the solution for long-distance calls.
Tell me what that is.
Sir, what's this?
Her heart was in the right place, but
my best. Well, it works because it's the same thing. My best and worst came in the same thing. Santa Claus walked in my side door when I was like 6 years old.